If you know anything about basic human biology, at conception originally everyone starts out as female and then you don't start
developing until like 6 weeks, and basically you're just like a blank slate, but the genetics are female.
He said male at conception, which isn't scientifically true, because at conception you're female until you develop male parts.
No, because everybody starts in conception as a female, so that's science.
We thank Donald Trump for this new legislation.
She just made every single male in the country trans.
Yeah.
Pause for a second. What can I talk to you? She's a conservative person.
So she just pulled her away and said she's a conservative person.
It sounded like from other people you're posting stuff that's making them look bad.
I'm telling you, I don't feel bad being nasty to you.
Okay.
Because you're putting on this facade so you seem like you're kind and reasonable, but the things that you support are not kind and reasonable.
What do I support that's not kind?
I don't know.
Her shirt says trans lives matter, black lives matter, pro-choice.
Wonderful. F off.
Why don't you like me?
Yeah, you're a piece of
Why?
I think you know that. Hey, do you remember when you pants at a Kent State party?
I do.
Yeah. Do you mean to get you some diapers or something?
If you want to, yeah. I have plenty at home because I have 2 kids and we kind of just all use the same. So, I mean, it's really convenient having children because then I don't have to like go out and get my own or anything like that. So why don't you like me?
Love that. I love the banter. I don't want to be in a YouTube video. I'm good.
But you want to be nasty to me.
Yeah, I do. I don't feel bad being nasty to people who act like they're, you know, reasonable and so just and so kind. And I'm just a reasonable person who voted for someone who isn't just, isn't kind, isn't reasonable. So I don't understand.
Is that usually how you treat Trump supporters? Is that like your standard for how you treat people is who they voted for?
No, I'm telling
me.
you. Yeah, well, no. I'm telling you, I don't feel bad being nasty to you.
Okay.
Because you're putting on this facade so you seem like you're kind and reasonable, but the things that you support are not kind and reasonable.
What do I support that's not kind?
I don't want to talk to you.
Her shirt says trans lives matter, black lives matter, pro-choice. So she has declaring out there all the awful things that she supports, especially the pro-choice right there, and then has the gall to tell me that I don't support things that are just or kind or reasonable, and she's proudly displaying her admiration for killing children in the womb. Hi! I love your hair.
Thank you.
That is beautiful. We're doing a YouTube video right now. So he signed a bunch of executive orders.
Yeah.
Is there any one executive order you can point to and be like, that is very troublesome, I'm most worried about that?
Oh, well, the one with where legally the United States only recognizes male and female.
Yeah.
But it's
Not a
funny
fan of that.
because the way the law is written, he defined male and female as like the sex hormone that you have at conception, which if you know anything about basic human biology, at conception originally everyone starts out as female and then you don't
start developing until like 6 weeks, and basically you're just like a blank slate, but the genetics are female.
So based off of legislation, Trump has now declared that every single person in the United States is female because at conception.
Yeah.
So we thank Donald Trump for this new
He
legislation.
basically just made every single male in the country trans.
Yeah.
Did the asserting for government standards that there's only 2 genders? Is that one good?
No, because everybody starts in conception as a female, so that's science.
Can you explain that a little bit?
At conception, everyone starts out with female chromosomes. It's after a certain amount, I think it's 6 weeks, after a certain amount of time where it breaks off to whatever it's going to be. So at conception, everybody's a female. So if that's the case, we're all female, I guess. I don't know. That's just science.
Well, I love that you kind of have like a pro-life position on that everyone's life begins at conception. Would you say his executive order basically banning the pride flag from being flown on any U.S. territory, like embassies or any government buildings, is a problem?
I didn't know he did that. I also didn't know he did that.
Yeah, he also made it like a official government stance that there are only 2 genders, male and female.
Oh yeah,
and
conception. He said male at conception, which isn't scientifically true, because at conception you're female until you develop male parts.
Right.
But
someone else said that. Could you go more into that, like the science behind that? Because I don't really know.
For sure. So when you were conceived as a child, you're not as a child, but when you're conceived, you're born with nipples and male or female parts, and then once you develop later on in the womb, you'll start. It's not until like I think whenever you're decided as like your gender and stuff, that's when they know. Like you're a female up until that point.
Do you know what point that is?
I have no idea. I'm sorry. I'm in human development. That they just talk a little bit about it.
Right.
Pause for a second. Let me talk to you.
What happened?
She's a conservative person.
She just pulled her away and said she's a conservative person. Is it okay that they talk to me if I'm conservative? So for my audience, I think they might be a little confused about what that is. Can you go into that a little bit more? I literally have never heard that before. So at conception, we're all female based on...
Yeah, basically, like, nothing started developing yet, and that doesn't come until a later point of development when everything starts differentiating.
Okay.
The sex hormones are, like, in such a way, it's kind of the same reason why men still have nipples.
Yeah.
And it doesn't start differentiating until so far in, and then everything kind of breaks off. But at conception, we're all basically female.
So at conception, when the sperm and the egg meet, are you saying like the chromosomes aren't there for female and they aren't there for male?
The chromosomes are there. They just haven't started like coding for everything yet. So it just takes a while to split off into male or female.
They know what's going on because it sounded like from other people you're posting stuff that's making them look bad, and I don't think they understand what's going on.
Okay. So we do edit our videos, but it's not to make anybody look bad because what they say is what they say, and if they say something, then that's what they say.
They came over here thinking that they were having a nice conversation with you, and I don't think that.
Is it? Am I not having a nice conversation?
I don't think they were well informed. That's all.
Okay. All right, have a good day. We're Christians and we love all people, and we expect. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. So that's only the second people we've interviewed, and they get pulled away because I'm a conservative and we can't talk to them. I'm sorry. We're in Florida. This is MAGA country, so. Well, at conception, if the chromosomes are male, then wouldn't we be male? Like if there's an XY chromosome at conception, then that would be a boy?
I'm not a biologist, and what I can say is encourage people to go read actual scientific documentation and go educate themselves.
Yeah.
I am a biology major, and I can say that biology does not make sense, and you really just have to read about it and make sense of it yourself, because if someone trying to explain it is not the greatest thing, unless it's someone who like knows it in and out.
Right. I also graduated with a biology degree like a million years ago at this point, and I will say that at conception, we are either male or female because at conception, we're a person, and we are either male or female because the sperm and the egg meet, and there's either an X chromosome or a Y chromosome that's given by the father, and so that's either XX or XY. So that just we are not all female at conception. We're either male or female from the beginning of conception, from when we were first made. And we go through developmental stages where our limbs are developing based on the genetic code that we have. Eventually cells are read by proteins, and then we develop these organs and stuff that we have. But just the presence of gonads, because there are men who have accidents and their gonads are not there and they're still men. So a male is a male at conception. So I don't know who's spreading that around because I've heard that a lot today, but that is not true.
Yeah, biology is just a weird thing.
It's not that weird though, because we're not all female, so I don't know who said that, but they have lied to you guys. But you're not happy about the whole like two genders thing. You're like, no. Okay.
Because like not only does that disenfranchise our trans friends and everything, but also what are the intersex people gonna do?
Yeah.
Like that like completely just removes the identity of a lot of people. Yeah.
Again, I'm not an educated official on any of these subjects, so I'm not going to speak or misspeak on anything to then have it be construed by people on the internet. So I'm just gonna say, read up and educate on issues and
That's really the only thing we can do at this point.
Yeah. All right. I don't want to keep you any longer. You don't look happy with me. Or
They're
my
not very
interview.
social, so
Who's not?
That's everyone.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Did I say something?
Yeah, but we need to go, so.
Okay, well, I hope your day gets better, and hope you guys have a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun out here, and the weather is beautiful, so have a good day. Thank you so much. Bye. So I think it's really, really interesting, guys. I've been out here, and it seems like a lot of people have said this same exact thing that we can all go back and see it came from a tweet. There was a viral tweet that went around saying that Donald Trump is wrong, saying that there's only 2 genders at conception because we're all female at conception. And that is not true, but it's mind-blowing me that several people keep saying that same point that they got from one single tweet. It's not true, but they all parrot it and they all got it from social media. And this is the same side who is so worried about misinformation out there and propaganda spreading. So insane, absolutely insane. I was not expecting that.
I don't understand how that's possible to have more than 2 genders. It's either male or female. I do agree with that, but obviously.
That is not what no one has said that today. That has not given Trump, so that's something good he's done.
Yeah, I mean, the implications against the people going through the gender transition, I don't know if it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there is only 2 genders, male or female. Now,
Yeah.
whether
Okay,
you're
how did
male
we
or
get to this
female
spot?
at some point,
How did we get to this point where the president has to make an executive order proclamation that the government will only recognize male and female, and there are to be no more pride flags flown on any government land or abroad or domestic?
I don't know.
It'll be okay, right? Like the next 4 years are going to be okay?
Well, I mean, I hope so. I hope so.
What about the last 4 years? What do you think about those?
Kind of slow. Yeah.
The president?
Everything was kind of slow, that's all.
Yeah, everyone was a little slow, right? All right, well, I think the next 4 years are going to be exciting, at least. It's not going to be boring. We'll know the health of the president and that he's okay and whatever, but anyway.
All right.
All right.
We'll
Thank
see.
you for your help.
To be
Yeah.
determined.
Yeah, all right. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to see more content like this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with all your friends, especially the liberal ones. And go to patreon.com/KaitlinBennett to support my work to keep coming out here and giving you this content. See you there.